Chapter 30, Down the King's Stairs. Now, our last chapter left us not knowing what had happened to Rat. And he could have been caught by Frick looking for him. So we've got to worry about what's going on. Plus, Maddy only has like less than 30 minutes to get to where she's supposed to be to pick it up. So we've got a lot happening now. So, Chapter 30, Down the King's Stairs. Meanwhile, as the two friends hid in the darkness of the shed, there was another who sought to hide himself that night. On hearing footsteps behind him, Ned ducked into the shadows. "Madeline, God be praised! You are out!" a deep voice whispered in Ned's ear as a strong hand grabbed hold of him. "Come, there's little time to waste." Ned recognized the long black robes of a priest, and as he struggled to free himself from the clergyman's hold, the hood of Maddy's cape fell from his head. "What trickery is this?" the priest snarled, clasping Ned's throat with his large gloved hand. "Who are you? And what has become of the girl? Answer carefully, for your life depends upon it." "I don't know nothing," Ned croaked as the priest's hand tightened around his throat. "You lie," the priest growled. "I've been watching the tower. The Ravenmaster's boy came out with a sweep, and now you. If you are not a friend to Madeline Stewart, what business brings you out this night wearing her cape?" "But I am a friend of Maddy Stewart," gasped Ned. "If that be true, I implore you to tell me all you know," the man whispered. "If you would see her way from this prison and alive, you must tell me her whereabouts so she can be saved. Me and her switched clothes so she could escape from the tower. She's with Forrest, the Ravenmaster's boy, and they've gone to the Ravenmaster's shed." The priest released his grip on Ned's throat. "Thanks be to God. If you speak the truth, then there still may be time to see her to safety. The guard has been detained. Can you and your friend get her to the King's Stairs at once?" "Aye," Ned whispered. "Then I must go there now and alert the boatman to wait. He's been paid handsomely for his services, but no amount of gold will keep him there long, as he fears the guards will spot his vessel. So hurry, boy, hurry." Right away, Ned lifted his skirts and ran. I have a vision of that in my head. It makes me laugh. When he reached the shed, Ned opened the creaky door, which startled Tuck, who called sharply from above. Maddy ducked, and Forrest raised his lantern to see who came. He sighed with relief when he saw Ned's dirty little face peering out from under Maddy's green cape. "Ned," Forrest cried, "you made it!" "Just barely. The fog is so thick I could hardly see, and I kept tripping over this bloody dress. A man almost squeezed the air out of me, too." "What happened?" Ned explained his surprise meeting with the priest and how he had gone ahead to the King's Stairs to wait for them. "'Tis my father's friend, Ewan MacDonald, disguised as a priest." "Aye," Ned said with a shake of his head, "but the boat is there now, and we've got to hurry, for the guard has been detained, and the boatman won't be waiting there long." "Then let's be off," Forrest said, and the three stole out into the night. The fog offered the perfect cover for the little group, though it made the going slow. They traveled close to the walls whenever they could. Forrest knew that one call or one shout from a soldier or a sentry could bring every man in the fortress bearing down on them. When they reached the sally port, he couldn't believe their luck, for the guard was still nowhere to be seen. How had the priest detained him, Forrest wondered. Maybe the Scots had paid him, or killed him. Forrest didn't stop to find out. The little drawbridge was all but swallowed up in the fog as he carefully led them over it. When Forrest smelled the familiar strong scent of the river and heard the rippling water, he felt his shoulders relaxing. They had made it. They had reached the wharf. But when he looked out over the river, he saw that there was no boat waiting. "Oh, Lord have mercy, they've left without me," Maddy cried out. "We mustn't give up hope," Forrest told her. "They may be late because of the fog." As the three made their way toward the King's Stairs, Tuck flew from Forrest's shoulder and circled above them. "Shh!" Forrest raised his finger to his lips. "Listen!" And as they did, they heard the sound of footsteps behind them. A long shadow appeared. It stopped, and then it came closer. "Maybe it's someone from the boat," Maddy whispered. "Or a warder come to hunt us down," Forrest warned. "What shall we do?" Ned whispered. The children stopped breathing as the footsteps grew louder and the shadowy figure edged closer. The clouds parted and a patch of moonlight shone through the fog. Suddenly Forrest saw it was not someone who had come to help them at all, for in that small sliver of light was a familiar stovepipe hat and the corpse-like grin glistening beneath it. Okay, from that description, who has just walked up on them? What character has a stovepipe hat and a corpse-like grin? We'll have to find out in the next chapter, unless, of course, you're able to guess correctly, which I bet you could. See you later.